Hi folks, it's John Nizman from lastchanceautorestore.com, and today we're standing in front of, I guess you'd call it the resto mod that we're building. This is the 1967 Volkswagen camper bus split window. And the last video that we shared with you, this bus was on the hoist, and we had the Willwood brake kit done on the front, and we installed the rear disc brake conversion kit. We talked about the highway flyer. We had dry fitted the rims onto the rotors, and we were talking about tires and stance. So now this is the next step. We've done the math in terms of what size the tires should be, and you can see I'm really happy with the stance because it's lower, obviously, because you can see I'm not overly tall. I'm only about 5'11", and where the bumper is going to ride is going to be basically about 6 inches under my knee. And then when I'm standing in front of the split window, my eyes are basically looking right at this ridge. So it's really changed the overall appearance. And a client stopped in yesterday and suggested it's a more muscular look, and I think that's probably a neat way to describe it. So we're really happy with the stance and the profile. And if we come down the side here, so what we've done is these are, our client found them. They're a 17-inch alloy wheel. We're going to be changing the color on them. We're not going to keep them this satin black. Our client has an idea in terms of color. We're going to do a couple of samples. So in the previous video, when this bus was on the hoist, we were talking about making sure there's clearance and everything works together. So what we had to do is there's quite a bit of math involved, because this 67 split window originally had 14-inch wheels and tires. I'd have to check my notes. I think they were like a 195, 75, 14. So what we did is we took the overall circumference of the factory wheel and tire, and then we had to do the math because now we're at a 17-inch wheel. So we had a couple of different choices. So what we ended up doing is we got these really nice tires. These are Michelin Pilots. And the size we ended up going with is a 205 50R17. And you'll notice this rib that's on the side here. This is, some people refer to it as a rim saver. But the reason why we selected this tire as opposed to another brand is because you're very limited in this size of tire for sidewall strength. So these are the reinforced, stronger sidewalls, and because of the extra weight of the bus and having some, we're probably going to have some cabinets and so on inside and a folding bed, we wanted to be sure that we didn't go with just a normal sidewall tire. So we did quite a bit of research, and these are the tires we came out with. You can see the stance. We still have quite a bit of room in here. We have enough clearance and with the steering both in and out, so we're really happy with the way it has turned out here. And as we come along down the side, as all Volkswagens, because we don't have much weight in the bus and we don't have the engine or glass in it, you'll notice that this is not the way it's going to stand. So all Volkswagens, and it would probably be a better idea coming from the back, I think you'll visually see it better. Because this bus is lighter, the back end tends to lift a little bit, and then the wheels tend to curl in. And that's what we're seeing right now. Because we don't have the weight of the engine, the batteries, the glass, and so on, so they're kind of tilted in right now. But the stance will be really nice once we have the weight in and the engine on and the bumper. It'll end up being a really nice stance. So as we come around this side, you can see by the profile, it's going to be pretty smart, and it's really difficult to get. And if you're looking from that back corner, looking down this way, it's very difficult to get the right stance. So right now the back is a little bit higher than the front, but if you can visualize with the arc right now, when the weight is in it, that rim and tire will be straight and flush. And once we have that weight and engine in there, it's going to have the same appearance as these front wheels. So it's a really neat look. It's really coming together nicely. Our client was just in the other day, and they're talking about selecting which two-tone we're going to go with and color of wheels. So we're going to be doing some sample paints in a short period of time. So our next step now that we have most of the dry fitting done, we need to send the wheels out along with the rotors, because the hub or the center cutout on these 17-inch alloy wheels aren't quite large enough to clear the hub to allow the backing plate to fasten properly. So that's just a minor detail. So we'll have the car or the bus on a hoist, and then we'll send the wheels out to be machined, and then we'll dry fit them one more time to make sure that we have the proper stance. And then we'll be working on the interior, because there'll be quite a bit of block sanding and so on to do with that. So just a quick update. Really happy with the way this project is coming along. So this is the 67 Volkswagen Split Window Bus. And thank you for watching. I'm John from lastchanceautorestore.com.